Video is going to be the future.
So
it's much more interactive. You can do step by step. You still need to do text-based content, but now you have to do omni-channel. You have to do podcast, video, and text. You can't just do one anymore. See, blogging is much more competitive. There's over 1 billion blogs. That's roughly one blog for every 7 people in this world. You need to do more than just create a blog. You need to do the video content. You need to do a bit of everything if you want to do well now.
Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to this channel, and if you're on YouTube, click the alert notification.
no introduction needed, Neil. Everyone knows about you, how you are doing and how popular you are in India. And literally, it's been pleasure. I was chasing since very long to make up this interview. Finally, we did it. But literally, we'll take some questions. So, Neil, Abhit Upadhyay, one of our team member, he is asking how to write content so that user stick with it, which is also called pogo sticking.
So with content, few things. One, write in a conversational tone. Use you and I. Keep your paragraphs roughly 5-6 lines max. Use subheadings so it makes it easier to skim. Hook people into the introduction with a bold statement and of course a question so they keep reading more. Wrap your conclusion up with the question to help increase engagement and comments. But following that should help.
What is the biggest failure in SEO of Neil Patel in past times?
The biggest failure for SEO for the biggest failure.
It's been like 15 years you were doing into content marketing, blogging.
Yeah, but the biggest failure I would say is when I first started off, I would do too many things that were short-sighted. I used to try doing things like buying links and cheating Google and looking for loopholes instead of trying to provide value to people, the readers. And if I did that, I would be much further off in my career. Don't look for shortcuts. Do what's best for your audience. Don't be short-sighted. And that was a huge mistake of mine.
Wow, great. I'm just firing questions and questions. Can you say a little bit about Indian audience, how they are reacting to your that SEO point of view, how India will be the great market in future in terms of blogging and content generation and getting more traffic from India? So
it already is. India is a fast-growing market. Look at companies like Flipkart, right? You just have to be patient and give it time, but there's a ton of money to be made in India as long as you're patient. There's so many people there. There's good volume in SEO. Again, you just have to give it a few years. The big thing with India that we found is marketing will pick up more and more as more people adopt credit cards. Because right now in India, everything is COD, right? So
yeah.
But I think that'll change in the next 5-10 years. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it'll start changing and more people will have credit cards.
Yeah, I've seen in one of your videos, you were saying, Indian people have money, but they put that money underside of their pillow and they sleep. So what was that? So can you?
What we mean by that is, in India, although there's taxes, a lot of Indians don't pay taxes. They try to, by saying putting underneath the pillow is a saying there's a lot of cash money going around in India, in which it's not all bank account money. So a lot of Indians have more money than people think.
Yeah, great. So
They
Neil,
do very well in America. Most people don't know this, but Indians have the highest median income in the United States.
wow. Neil, most important question people generally ask in India, how to get backlinks naturally, as you have mentioned so many strategies and tactics. So what are your thoughts about how we'll get naturally backlinks for our blog post? So what are your words on this?
Yeah, infographics is one of the best ways. If you create good images and infographics, you can get a ton of backlinks over time naturally. I would highly recommend a lot more people create them.
So only infographics are the thing, or some other techniques?
There's other ways, but it's the best way.
Okay.
And in India, you can get them generated for much more affordable than what we pay here.
Yeah. So Neil, I want to ask one question people generally face in their day-to-day life. Like if you are ranking on second page of Google for certain keyword, how you will make up to the first page in first, third, three positions? What will be your strategy? How you'll do and means boost your ranking from second to first page?
So one, I would look at all the content for the people in the top 10 and
Mhm,
try to look what differences their content versus mine and make mine more thorough. I would
mhm,
use tools like Uber Suggest and put in the keyword that I'm ranking for and find all the long tail versions and put that in there as well because that's extra traffic that I could be getting.
mhm,
And then what I would do is use the link intersect tool from Ahrefs because
mhm.
you can see who links to people in the top 10 but not you, and then hit those people up and ask them to link to your page as well.
Yeah, great, Neil. So I want to ask one personal question, if you don't mind. So Neil, have you been to India, or
Yeah.
you are? Yeah. So any plans for future if you are visiting in India? I mean, any
I
plan?
have no plans at the moment, but I do want to come back, soon again.
People are really excited. They're dying to see you here in India.
I love India. I want to end up creating a company there, but I haven't found the right business partner yet who's in India, so that way I can create an educational company. I
Yeah.
want to create my own mini university where I teach people all the latest
Wow,
marketing stuff
that
in
is
India.
great. Yeah, that is
In
great, Neil.
person, though, not just online.
Yeah. So Neil, I just want to ask one question. Like, what will be the future of text-based content? What are your thoughts?
I think text is good, but video is going to be the future. It's
So
much more interactive. You can do step by step. You still need to do text based content, but now you have to do omni-channel. You have to do podcast, video, and
Mhm,
text. You can't just do one anymore. See, blogging is much more competitive. There's over 1 billion blogs. That's roughly one blog for every 7 people in this world.
mhm.
You need to do more than just create a blog. You need to do the video content. You need to do a bit of everything if you want to do well now.
Yeah, Neil, I just want one more question in terms of like Abhit Upadhyay asked me. He asked like how page layout affect uh, site ranking.
Yeah, page layout affects it very well because if you don't internal link, if it doesn't load fast, cross linking is very important.
Mhm.
Making sure the text is easy to read and people can get to it right away and digest the content. All that stuff impacts rankings. If the user's scores are bad, then you're not going to do well.
Yeah, perfect. Neil, I have seen so many people are doing wrong practices. They are making bad links for your blog. So, is there bad links like links from porn websites, or they may affect your ranking? As you mentioned that nowadays Google becomes very smart and it won't calculate or count those links.
Yeah, Google's very smart at it. I wouldn't worry about getting, link building. I wouldn't worry about it as much. You need to build links, but keep in mind, Google looks at so many more metrics now. I would
Mhm.
focus on creating the best product. Like if you look at Uber Suggest, the SEO tool, have you used it?
Yeah, when I was not into paid tools, I was using Uber Suggest. But nowadays, I'm seeing like you are upgrading Uber Suggest, and it's like it's going to be in the competition of Ahrefs and SEMrush. If I'm not wrong.
Yeah, and it's free.
Yeah,
So
it's free.
think about it, by building a good product, that tool has over 9,000 backlinks. So
Yeah,
if you create good stuff, you'll naturally get them. You don't have to worry about penalties or building or any of that. Just focus on building really cool stuff.
yeah. So Neil, what are your plans? Like, if you don't mind.
My plans are, at least with Uber Suggest, in the next 45 days, I'm releasing a feature where you
Mhm.
can put in a URL and it tells you all the traffic stats, backlinks, rankings, uh, top pages, all that kind of stuff.
How to increase CTR for high rankings?
Put the keyword closer to the front, have a very appealing title, as well as meta description. Look at magazines, look at their titles. It'll give you ideas on what people want to click. It's not just about putting keywords, it's about making it appealing. Like how to and list based titles still do very well. Things that evoke curiosity, like the 7 benefits of green tea. Number 6 will shock you. Everyone's going to be like, what is number 6? So using some of those things will help you increase how many clicks you're getting.
Neil, tell me a little bit. I want to ask like personal stuff. You have written blog post already. You have shared your everything you need about SEO, blogging, video marketing, content marketing, everything. Just I need to ask. Literally, I want to chat a little bit about your personal stuff. How you manage your time? It's like you are doing so many things at a time. Like you are you are creating, producing video content as well, text content as well, podcasting as well. So and you are managing your clients as well. So how you are managing your time? How you are like very busy man? So
Yeah, I have a big team, so the team helps. So like Curtis, he helped set up this interview. But we have a huge team like Mike, my co-founder. He goes into the office each day, helps with the team. We have amazing executives like a guy named Nick Roshan or Jeff Johnson, and there's so many people on our team who just help out.
so we have seen your quick Q&A Thursday. So how that thought comes into your mind? Like let's do Q&A Thursday, and let's answer some questions. How that
It was just random idea. We were just like, oh, let's try this out.
for YouTube only? So how you get more views? What to do to get more views on YouTube?
Yeah, so one, put the keywords in your title and description. Use tools like Uber Suggest to find the right keywords. 3, when you release a video, promote it right away to your Twitter, your any social channels, email it out, use a push notification. The other thing I would end up doing too with your YouTube videos is attractive thumbnail where people would want to click. And you want to continually ask questions and increase engagement. So if you tell people to ask questions or leave a comment, that really helps boost your videos as well.
Wow.
That'll help you get more browse and suggested traffic.
Yeah. So Neil, we just
And
want
you do
to
well on YouTube though. No, you have a few 100,000 subscribers in India. Is that right?
Yeah, I have more than 200K subscribers in India, and really, it's been like 2 years I'm on YouTube, and it's growing.
And
Like,
how do you make money on YouTube in India? Ads?
yeah, YouTube ads and like AdSense sponsorships.
In
Likewise,
India.
I make money, and I
Yeah.
do have clients in India.
Cool.
Yeah. So Neil, let's ask some personal question. We'll ask 2 or 3 personal questions. So, Neil, how you celebrated your Christmas?
I just celebrated with family, opened up presents, and I worked a lot as well.
Yeah, we know you work a lot, Neil. So, how was your New Year? Like earlier, we scheduled an interview. It because of some reasons it can't happen. But how you celebrated your New Year? And in 2019, what are your plans? And what will going to see new in 2019 from Neil Patel?
Yeah, so New Year's Day or Eve, or I didn't do much. I stayed in. As for my New Year's plan, I'm going to release more features with Uber Suggest, keep growing the companies, and I'm going to be producing much more video content.
Yeah, great. Like you mentioned one of your video, I've seen like you said, uh, focus more on promoting your text content. Earlier, you was posting like random on in a week 2 or 3 blog posts, but currently you are posting only 1 blog post in a week. I think so, if I'm not wrong. So,
Correct.
so new blogger or a blogger they are doing. So what they can do, like they should focus more on promotions or creating content.
Promotions. See, right now there's so many blogs and content. I would write new content. I'm jet lagged. I would write new content, like new stuff that people haven't seen or read, because the web is just so saturated with text now. And then I would spend majority of the time promoting versus writing 5-10 blog posts a week. Write one and promote more.
Yeah. So if I'll ask, what are your techniques or what are your strategies, where to promote and how to promote a text-based content?
Email everyone who links out to competing blog posts. Ask them to share your content or link to you. Look to see who shared all the other content, like using Twitter to see who shared other people's content that's similar. Ask them to share your content. Anyone that you link out to in your blog post, email them, ask them to share your content. Those are the main promotion strategies I use.
So what about Quora? So what do you quote about Quora? How Quora is a
Quora
like
is
best
good. I
platform?
released a blog post today, and I mentioned Quora early on in the blog post. Anytime it's relevant to any of the popular questions, I always add a link. But it doesn't drive as much traffic as people think.
Mm-hmm. So Quora is a best platform for promoting your content and means engaging with people.
Not the best, but it is a good platform.
Yeah, good platform. Okay, Neil, I want to ask. This question is from my side only. How social media can help a brand to grow organic or paid? So what are the mediums?
Yeah, both work. As long as paid is profitable, you should do as much as possible of it. But
Mhm.
when it comes to social media, what I recommend people do is focus on creating amazing content. Whether you're a brand or individual, it's the content, and most people don't create amazing content. That's where they really struggle. If it's not doing well, it's a lot of times it's not because our algorithms are tough, it's because the content's not as amazing as people would want or expect.
So Neil, how you were preparing for SEO in 2019?
2019, I'm writing less. I'm focusing more on tools because it builds backlinks faster and and organically. I'm focusing more on video content and video SEO over text-based SEO because I think it's wide open.
Mhm.
Um, what else am I doing in 2019?
So voice search.
I'm doing a lot with voice search. I've been doing that in 2018 a ton. I'll be doing more voice search in 2019 because I think it's going to be popular. And I'm heavy on mobile, right, as well, because more and more people in B2B are using mobile as well.
Yeah, great, Neil. Which tool you use majorly for your business? Means in daily day-to-day life, which tools you use?
Gmail, Google Analytics, Uber Suggests, Slack, Skype. Those are the main tools.
Those. Okay, Neil. So which, as per your opinion, which is better, YouTube or Facebook Watch?
I prefer YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah, great, Neil. Neil, one of my friend, Siddharth Pal, he is like a marketer, Facebook ad expert. So he told me to ask to Neil, means how to create a stability in results.
You have to build a brand. So if you want stable results and not fluctuate as much, Google ranks brands higher than non-brands. So you got to take an omni-channel approach, from podcasting to videos to creating text-based content to creating amazing product or amazing service to helping people out to responding to every comment to being on the social web. By doing everything, you'll build a brand over time, and what you'll find is as your brand queries grow, so do your rankings. They stay more stable and they grow as well.
So Neil, I want to ask last question. So overthinking and overdoing. So how to reduce overthinking and how to become more productive, as per Neil's thought, how we can do.
Yeah, so overthinking, overdoing, you just go and you execute. Don't think too much and don't worry about the fine details. Just go and do it and learn as you go along. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how most people got started. That's how I got started, and it works well.
So Neil, how you earn your first income, means what you sold or how you earn your first income,
Well, my
first
first
money.
income was picking up trash and cleaning restrooms. So that's how I earned my first, dollar.
Yeah, I've read your biography and it was like amazing. I felt like once one last my personal thought, personal story I want to share with you, Neil. Once I was into my office and I was reading your blog post. I was very fascinated about your course. At that time, there was your course like on digital marketing or something kind of thing. I was reading your whole that blog post. I was so much excited that I have to buy this course. I have to spend $1,000 and I have to go. I called my father that I want to buy your course and I want to be like Neil Patel. I was passionate about digital marketing and everything. So I asked, I think I mailed you as well that please remain the price at $1,000 only. Don't increase. So I was thinking, but anyhow, I was really excited that I have to buy that course because it was like copywriting, copywriting. I think that works very well, and I was like really excited to buy that course. So it was great.
Awesome.
Have you tried learning Hindi? Hindi is like much popular in India, and like your surname is also Patel, Neil Patel. Indian people means they relate to you. It's like world's top digital marketer is Neil Patel, and is like Indian name, Indian brand. You look like Indian.
Yeah, so I haven't learned Hindi. It's not that popular in America because everyone here speaks English. I know Gujarati though.
Gujarati, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know Gujarati. So can you speak a little bit about what you know Gujarati? Like people will really like your wordings and your speech.
Yeah, I can talk fluently in Gujarati, like Mari naam Neil che. Like I
Arey
just said, my
wah.
name is Neil, right? But because I grew up, with my parents speaking Gujarati, but yeah, I don't know Hindi. They only taught me Gujarati.
Yeah, it's great. Neil, what do you like to eat? Like, what are your favorite dishes and everything? People want to know.
Indian food is my favorite. I still eat chicken tikka masala.
Wow.
I love garlic naan. I love chole, pani puri. So
Wow.
just there's a lot of dishes.
So, if I'll little bit personal, your kids, they've never told you like, Papa, let's visit to India, or
No,
shall.
no, I've been to India before many times.
Mhm.
I just
Uh,
haven't gone recently because I've been busy, but I've been to India before.
yeah. So Neil, I just want to last question. When I approach you for this interview, what are your thinkings? What are your thoughts about me? Like I'm an Indian or I'm into Hindi videos, and let's do this interview. What are your thoughts? I want to know. I want to share with this my audience as well.
Yeah, why not? I just said yeah, why not? It would be fun, and it
Yeah,
was fun.
it's my pleasure. I was in front of you. I've interviewed you. I've asked some literally so many questions, and you answered very fluently in English. And you are like really very humble guy. And goodbye. So Neil, it was like bye bye.
Take care. Thanks for having